and welcome to episode 34 of the Cracking the Shell podcast, where normally I would sit down with the fine genties, ladlemen, guys, girls, non-binary pals of the Glasgow and wider Scottish and UK metal scenes and have a good chat about everything life, music, and Christ knows what the fuck else. But today, this one's going to be different. It's going to be another solo episode, and there's a reason for that. Mainly that I had to put the podcast on hold for a little bit. And that is, in case you haven't seen it from my Instagram, was the week before Christmas. My dad's dog, Ruby, her heart started failing. And we went to the vet, and my dad and stepmom didn't really like, and me either, didn't really like what they said. So we went for second opinion, and this vet was a lot better. And they were above 90% sure that it was what's called dilated cardiomyopathy, which is, in layman's terms, heart failure. And the prognosis was not good. They gave her maybe a month, maybe. Um, so we went home and we made the decision next day. The decision was made next day to put her to sleep. So the Thursday night, the 19th, at about 5 p.m., she was put to sleep in the comfort of her own home with me, my dad, my stepmom, and it's been difficult. Um, it's been really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Not so much for me, but more for like my dad and my stepmom because they sacrificed a lot. Because especially my stepmom, she was too scared to leave Ruby alone. Um, so they missed out on a lot of like socializing and all sorts of other stuff. Um, I'd planned to put the podcast on a break for Christmas and New Year anyway, because the holidays, but that's just made me not want to think about anything. I'm not gonna lie. But I want to, before I talk about anything else, I want to thank everybody that has reached out via any means to express their sympathy and support me in this time. I really, I really appreciate it. I'm bad at words. Ironic that he has a fucking podcast and he's shite with words. But thank you to everybody that's messaged, left a comment on that post that I made. Um, I really appreciate it. I wish I wish things had happened differently, but it is what it is. She's not suffering anymore and she's went across the Rainbow Bridge. So that's why I kind of put the podcast in a bit of a break, but I'm better and I'm ready to take 2025 by the nuts. So happy New Year, everyone. I'm recording this on the 2nd of January. Um, I've never really been one for New Year's or anything like that. I don't like staying up for the bells. I don't drink, so it really leaves nothing for me. Um, but I hope that everybody that did celebrate, if you do celebrate, that you were safe, you didn't do anything too stupid, and if you did, that you got it on camera, as long as it wasn't illegal or hurting anyone, and or hurting anyone. But yeah, New Year. I've never really been one for goals and stuff like that and resolutions, but I want to keep this going. The amount of support I've had from everybody in the metal scene within Scotland and some of the wider UK, it has been really fulfilling to see. And I appreciate everybody that supports this podcast in any way. Whether you like it, sub, comment, share, follow on Spotify, whatever, it all means a lot. Even if you've just said something nice, it it genuinely does mean a lot to me. and that's why I want to keep this going. We're kicking it off with this solo episode. Going to talk about my favorite stuff from 2024, which I did an Instagram post on all my favorite music, which I'll have my Instagram linked in the description. They're the pinned posts on my page. You can see all the albums that I really like this year, and you can tell me how wrong I am or how shit they are, but I don't care. These are some of my favorite releases from the year. I'll just quickly give a little teaser as to, because I genuinely don't remember half of them, I'm not going to lie. But there was a bunch of fucking music this past year. I say this past year because, again, filming this in the second. But yeah, stuff like the new Peeling Flesh album's been my favorite, and new Fatal Collision EP, Razortail, new self-titled Lesser Beings EP. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Again, check the pin posts on my page. You'll see everything that I've enjoyed in 2024. And 2025, there's going to be yet more bangers. I know Paleface is putting out their new album literally tomorrow as I'm recording this, so cannot wait for that. I'll be seeing them in February, I think. I genuinely don't remember when it is, but be seeing them with Desolated and the Acacia Strain. I'm not gonna lie, Acacia Strain's half the reason I'm going. I never thought I'd actually get a chance to see them, so you're fucking right that I'm gonna see them. I love the Acacia Strain. Just fucking big, stupid doom deathcore. Stupid heavy. Love them. Um, Loads of sick shows lined up. First one going to be Dead of Winterfest. I will be at Dead of Winterfest, and I have kind of thrown around the idea of doing a little vlog because I've made it into a holiday. I've booked a hotel for a few nights just slightly before the festival and during the festival. So might do a wee vlog or something. I don't know. I think I will do that. Sounds fun. And give me an excuse to edit stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll have that stuff linked down below as well. It was sick in 2024. Ivory Blacks can be the same venue this time, but split over 2 days. Total of 14 bands, I think. So I think it'll be a wee bit better. It's not going to be as dense as one day and 11 bands. Split up nice and even. Um, Now I'm really looking forward to it. Kenny and Kendo, they put on a hell of a show last year, and I know they're going to knock it out of the park this year. The lineup's incredible. It's really varied as well. Some European EU bands in there, which is really cool to see that they're growing. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, don't really want to. Really got a lot to say, but I will finish it off by, I suppose, just talking about podcast goals. I'd like to get to 100 subs this year, 50 episodes by end of summer. We're at 34 counting this one. I think it would be really cool to hit those milestones, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't. It'd be really cool. I know that a lot of bands in the scene are working on some new, so hopefully I will get some cool stuff for that. A lot of cool shows happening and all that as well. And one thing I've thought about is I would like to do like a live stream on YouTube where we do like a little like release party thing. We'll listen to the release with the band and just chat shit and ask questions and fuck knows what. I'd like to do that with Rancid Cadaver. They are putting out their debut album, Mortality Denied, on the 21st of March. I would love to do something with them. Um, get the boys on, get a live stream going, listen to the album, talk about the songs, talk about the album, give you guys an opportunity to ask questions. I think that would be really cool. We listening party. And any other bands, if you're putting out a substantial release, an EP, an album, whatever, potentially do something like that as well, or even do it during a podcast episode. I think that would be cool. But yeah, I've never really been one for New Year's resolutions, but that's something I would like to achieve if I could. But I'm not going to beat myself up over it. The main thing that I want to do this year is just keep being me, keep making memories with my friends and my family and my loved ones, and just overall be able to look back at 2025 and go, you know what? That was all right. That was pretty cool. Did some cool bits and all that stuff. But there's loads of cool stuff happening in the scene at the moment. We were just talking about Rancid Cadaver's debut album, Brain Bath, new album in the works. Same with God Eater, same with Sacrificial Burial. Um, Hamish Maguire from Laceration and Black Label Coaching. He's putting on that benefit show at the Audio Lounge in June with a stacked lineup of Scottish bands. It looks incredible. I will hopefully be there. But if not, I will probably make a donation of some kind, hopefully. But yeah, big love to him. It's a noble cause and it's going to be a banger show because all the bands in that bill are mint. But yeah, I'd just like to wrap things up by saying thank you for all your support throughout me taking a break for the podcast, and want to give some extra love to everybody that's been on the show, especially like Diego and Anna and Mrs. Frighthouse and just everybody that said something nice. It means a lot to me. I You can't really see because of the shades, which is basically my thing now. But genuinely, if it wasn't for the love that you guys gave, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have the drive to do this and want to do it as much as I do. But that being said, I am looking for new guests. If you are a part of the scene and have something cool you want to talk about, whether it's an EP, an album, whatever, if you're sound, then yeah, get at me on Instagram. We'll work something out. It'll be over Zoom. So all you'll need is a camera, a microphone, which you can do through your phone, and banter. That's all I ask. But yeah, hopefully all of you had a decent 2024, even if the only thing that you can say that you did for 2024 is survive it. Well proud of you, because that's the hardest thing to do. And 2025, we're halfway through the roaring 20s. Can't get any worse than a global pandemic, political corruption, war, economic crisis. Can't get any worse, right? But we're all suffering together. That's the main thing. I'd like to thank all of you so very much for watching. I know this isn't really substantial, but I really got a lot to fill out. 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Um, but yeah, plenty of cool things to come soon. The Winterfest is going to be amazing. Scottish metal scene's really been ramping up. Cannot wait to see where it goes and really put this country on the map for extreme metal. Get it recognised the world over because I know we can do it. I want to thank all of you all for good at words. Thank all of you for your support. It means the world to me. And I will catch all of you in the next episode, whenever may that be. Whenever that may be. Because I am good with words once again. He's on a podcast and he can't fucking speak the language. But nonetheless, I love you all, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.